This is the NFL on EA Sports, and we are in the Pacific Northwest at Lumen Field in Seattle, Washington. Today, we've got a good NFC matchup on tap between the Arizona Cardinals and the Seattle Seahawks. Now the big leg of Matt Prater ready to get this one started. And off we go from Seattle. On the return from his end zone, got it in Igwebuike. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. Here's Walker to start the drive. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of this caliber who runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. Smith now to throw. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. It's Zaven Collins who got in there to get the sack. Now a tough spot for Geno Smith and company after the sack. It's 3rd and long. Now Geno. Steps away to his left. Oh, tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Marco Wilson. And the Cardinals are going to take possession of the football.
Well, they certainly took a shot to open this game. I know it backfired with the interception, but no lack of bravado from that sideline at all. And look, they told us before the ball game, they wanted to be a little more dangerous on offense. They wanted to take a few more chances. That opening pass certainly set a tone. Maybe a turnover, but I don't think it'll stop them from trying again the rest of this game.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. First carry for James Conner. And just a couple yards there down to the 17. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Murray giving to Conner on the option. And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown. James Conner from 17 yards out. And the Cardinals take the early turnover and convert it. Touchdown. Now Matt Prater for the point after. And the Cardinals will go up 7-0.
That's the score. Cardinals 7, Seahawks 0.
After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. Igwebuike to return it from his end zone here. And he'll get to the 30-yard line before going out of bounds. is the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others. Where they think they have an advantage, dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
Walker now on 1st and 10. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
The first carry of the ball game for DJ Dallas. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Geno now to throw. Being chased out left. Oh, he tries to give it to Metcalf, but it's intercepted. Picked up by Josh Jackson. And the Cards will take over possession here up at the 44.
Well, they're certainly not giving much help to their defense, are they? Because for the second time now, that D has had to run back out on the field early after an interception. And remember, on the last drive, the opposing side took it in for 6 after that interception.
It's Connor as they stay on the ground. And this one not going anywhere. They get him at the 44 for a gain of just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. An option handoff given to Connor. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Here's Murray as he sets to throw it. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. And now the Seahawks are going to take a timeout here on defense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Murray and company going for it on 4th. Dancing to his left. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Kobe Bryant. And the Seahawks are going to take possession of the football. So a nice play defensively by the rookie coming up with the INT.
And that's a late-round pick right there, making a first-round impact. And a lot of these day 3 corners end up winding up on special teams and sub-packages and even on the practice squad. But he's really made an impact on this defense, and he comes up with the interception there.
Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Here we go.
13 yards remaining on 2nd down. Throwing now is Geno. Forced out to his left. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. And not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first. Buying time to his left. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked up by Marco Wilson. And the Cardinals are going to have it here at their own 32-yard line. I'm not sure that the wheels, Charles, are coming completely off, but they're shaking a little bit. That's 3 interceptions, and now interceptions here on back-to-back drives.
And I think about what a Hall of Fame coach told me that he always told his teams, when a mistake happens, just move on to the next play. Let it go. Hard to do when you're throwing this many interceptions. That's exactly the attitude that has to be adopted.
Connor going to get it again on second down.
And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a third down.
You don't see that a ton, do you? A cornerback coming over the middle of the field to make a run tackle.
That's someone with a ton of confidence to feel like nothing is pressuring him on his side of the field. Sees that the ball's moved to the middle and just sprints over there to help out. He ends up getting the tackle. Well played.
Here's Murray. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. 8 yards that time, able to take off, and the result is a first down.
Evident there that he learned his lesson from the last drive. No way he was going to force a throw that time. When nothing broke open, kept it, and ended up running for a first down himself.
On 1st and 10, here's Murray. Going deep for Hopkins. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
One thing that offensive guys stress when they throw the deep ball, you're just counting on your receiver to find it, adjust before the defensive back can get his head around. In this case, though, the DB matched it move for move and knocked it away.
He'll get this to Connor underneath. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. To throw is Murray. This will be swung out here for Connor. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line. So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10, right at the 40. Throwing now is Murray. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cardinals. A sensational one-handed grab in the end zone for the score. Looked like you at the Davis Turkey Bowl every year in the backyard in Orlando, Florida.
Oh, you're so kind. That's definitely in my mind. But how about this? They always tell guys going after the ball, the receivers especially, you got to have a single-minded obsession to go get it. How about going up with a single hand and making that happen? I don't know if it gets much better than what we just saw there.
Prater on to add the extra point. And it's good to make it 14-0.
Next to score, Cardinals 14, Seahawks nothing. Matt Prater to kick off.
And after the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. Igwebuike to return it from his end zone here. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together.
And now this is going to wind up a safety. What a disaster that turned out to be. So they try the lateral, disaster ensues. Yeah, and it's a safety. You got to be more careful with the ball near the end zone, right?
So much for situational football and understanding where you are on the field. A lateral in that spot? That I don't understand.
So they take the flag and the yardage that comes with it. So good field position for the Cardinals as they come up 1st and 10, right at the 50-yard line. Here's Murray from midfield. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. Another try after the first down sack. Murray, he's going deep for Brown. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
I know conventional wisdom says, hey, don't get it all back in one play. But sometimes you go ahead and try to. They tried to get it all back on that one. Weren't able to do so.
Incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Murray going to throw. And the Seahawk defense gets to him, and they bring him down. Murray sets to throw on fourth. And he'll air this one deep for Anderson. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. A surprising move to go for it. Predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off. And the Seahawks, they'll get the football back in outstanding field position. Smith on first down. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Walker. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. On second down, it's Walker. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. The Cards going nickel. An extra defensive back out there now on third down. Now Smith. Steps away to his left. And his pass is intercepted for the fourth time today. Isaiah Simmons picking it off. And the Cards are going to take possession here at their own 3-yard line. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And with a 2-score lead already, they may just look to get this thing to the locker room. And Kyler Murray cannot get away. They drag him down to the end zone for 2 points.
The goal was to score just before the break, but I'm not sure that a safety was how they expected to do it. But give the defenders credit. They saw how the series was starting out, and I think it increased their intensity. This was their chance to make a huge play before the half, and all they needed was one play to get it done.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10, right at the 50-yard line. And now here is another interception. Isaiah Simmons picking it off. And the Cardinals are going to get the football here at their own 40-yard line. Boy, they get him yet again, Charles. 5 interceptions in this game. You rarely see this, maybe a couple of times in a season, but this defense, they've been fantastic.
It's certainly an example of watching a defense that is in the zone, right? We use that term so often, but most of the time, it's for people who are on offense. In this case, it's a defense as a whole, all locked in with each other, all ready to go. They went with a dime look on defense, 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Murray. And that's going to be too high. Out of bounds and incomplete.
This defense has passed its first 2 tests by forcing back-to-back incompletions. They know there's probably another throw coming out 3rd down. Let's see if they decide to force the issue by sending people on a blitz.
And they line up now for what will likely be the last play of the first half. Play fake. Murray sliding out of the pocket. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. The Cards with a lead, and they will get this football first as the second half gets started. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line could play a little bit better. I think they'll try and help them out more. They'll probably keep a tight end in a few more times and maybe add a running back to the formation to pick up those pass rushers, because they probably allowed a few too many sacks for comfort in the first half.
Murray's going to keep it again. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Here's Connor on the read option. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. And now Murray's going to set up to throw. Throw left side, complete. That's Connor. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming. And they'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. On 3rd down, here's an option play left. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 14 yards that time, and a 1st down on the keeper. I'll tell you, there is no antidote for speed, even at the quarterback position, as he keeps it himself and turns it into good yardage.
And it still takes time for a defender to react. Even as quarterbacks carry the ball more and more in today's NFL, they're still a little bit in disbelief and realize, oh my goodness, he's running with the ball. He may be 8, 10, 12 yards downfield at that point.
And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. 2 yards the gain on the keeper, and it's 2nd down.
They're bringing us about right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves, start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now. On 2nd down, Connor looking for space.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half. He's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
And now the Seahawks are going to take a timeout here on defense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. This will be play number 8 here on the drive. It's 3rd and a yard. They'll try and run for it with Connor. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. They'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13. This is taken in by McBride. Touchdown, Cardinals. Trey McBride, 37 yards. And the Cardinals have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns. Now Prater to add the PAT. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21 points.
After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick.
Igwebuike to return it from his end zone here. And a nice job there on special teams to limit him to inside the 15 as he's dropped it to 14.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway.
And really, Charles, not much of a surprise that they're losing. They just haven't been able to get much of anything going in the pass game. And as you well know, in today's NFL, if the passing game isn't working, usually not much else is working either.
You're exactly right about that, partner. And I know that right now the easy answer would be, hey, let's run the football. But that might not be everything you need. So despite the fact that they've struggled throwing it, they've got to find some type of a play, multiple plays, that puts the ball in the air.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Josh Jackson.
And the Cards are going to take possession of the football. Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores. But, yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And, look, we're still in the third quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is a team that just threw that interception, they've got to be careful about developing a sense of complacency and thinking this game is over.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. The pitch goes to counter. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. A nice job there as he rumbles for 9. And it'll be back to a 3rd and 3.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
And he'll go down, and that will do it for the third quarter of action. 3 quarters have come and gone. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. They'll toss this out right for Connor. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. 55 rushing yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 13 times.
Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this 4th quarter.
In motion left here, one of their tight ends. They'll run here with Ingram. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Well, if this defense has any hopes of getting back into this game, they've got to start right here and keep these guys out of the end zone. That's a good step 1 on that play.
And again, it's Ingram. And finding room to work, he's down to the 2-yard line. Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal.
And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense. So that will leave them with no timeouts left. Still plenty of time on the clock. We'll see how that affects things here in this 4th quarter.
The Cardinals on 3rd down. They've hit on 6 of their 8 tries. Very good. This is 3rd and goal. Now they'll send a tight end in motion left. Ingram is in. Touchdown, Arizona.
Well, they decided to run it in and got it done on 3rd and goal. A lot of times, that's a passing play.
And the kicker just has to come out for the PAT. He can breathe a sigh of relief as well, right?
Although I don't know if he's really breathing a sigh of relief.
Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks
looks like he's going to throw it. It's caught inside the 5, and he gets in. Well, no one was expecting a fake there, but they add 2 more onto their lead. And after the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. Igwebuike to return it from his end zone here. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Well, it's been a struggle so far for this offense, Charles. It's not only that they haven't been able to put the points up, but really stringing yards together has been a real issue for them in this one.
I'm so glad you brought up the yardage because I was thinking to myself, we've seen a lot of NFL games and we've seen our share of lopsided contests, but in almost all of them, both offenses have put up at least 200 yards in a game, but not in this one. This has been a display of offense that, frankly, I think the two of us have watched from behind our hands, trying to spread our fingers wide enough to actually see the result.
Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete. The Seahawks on third down, not good. 0 for 4 thus far. They're looking at third in the nose of the football. Back to throw, Smith. The Cards get to him here. He's brought down for a sack. It'll go as a sack, a loss of 3, and in turn, it takes us to a 4th down.
We all know he's one of the better quarterbacks in the league, but definitely not today. His team trailing by multiple touchdowns and a late sack. Just a parting gift from the defense for him to take back to the locker room with him.
And he is going to have a Seahawks first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive.
Let's go now. First and 10 at the 31-yard line.
Throwing is Smith. And he finds his target. It's Marquise Goodwin. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. It's a gain of 15. First down, Seahawks. Smith. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They tackle him almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move.
And now here is another interception. Picked up by Josh Jackson. And the Cardinals are going to take possession of the football. So that changes things. You get the interception, and then to boot, a good return tacked on.
And really it was down to him versus the quarterback on the return, and that's one you would think the defender would win. But a nice job there of seeing the play all the way to the end and making the tackle by the QB.
Connor on first down, not going to get a whole lot. Maybe a couple. Second down coming up. So the Cardinals, they've got the football here as we get you reset. Historically, this is such a tough, loud venue, but you can hear a pin drop right now. A lot of fans long gone, not used to seeing a lopsided score like this. Connor going to get it again on second down. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting third and about 4 to go.
Let's give a lot of credit to the offensive line. They've been able to move the ball really well on the ground the entire game. And while that wasn't a huge one, that's okay. They'll take them in short, steady bursts.
On third down, it's Connor. And I don't think he got there, no. He's short by maybe a foot, maybe. Call it 4th and inches.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
They go with the option on 4th down, left side. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. What impressive performance just became a little bit more impressive here as they add yet another score to the ledger late in the 4th quarter.
And not much has stopped them at any point in this game, partner. This is just an old-fashioned blowout right here. They probably could have put the brakes on themselves, but they elected not to and played this one all the way out.
After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. Igwebuike to return it from his end zone here. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally...
And my goodness, another interception. Jalen Thompson picks it, and the Cards are going to take possession of the football. And with this advantage, this defense knew that passes were coming, and they stayed in position, Charles, and picked one off here in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, what a way to cap things off, huh? Because I think this is part of the game within the game. They see the scoreboard, they see what they can accomplish, and they went for it.
The drive will start with an option going left. It'll be a pickup of 5 on the keeper. It's second down.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up second and 5 at the Seahawks 16-yard line.
Well, this was a really nice display, Charles, of complimentary football, especially how much they were humming in the second half to pull away and get the victory. Really a complete performance.
And so much fun when you're able to have everyone contribute, both sides of the ball. You go back in the locker room and you just savor it, right? Because that's what football's all about. A true team game, and they got it done in this one.